What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Juice, man.
I was just showing off my home record Diet Coke.
That's a tall boy Diet Coke.
It's a big N. What were you saying? Intro AI?
Yeah, we're just talking about, coming up with a new intro. Probably get AI to create one, no big deal.
Chat GPT? GTP? GPT?
I guess.
What is it? I don't know.
So we're actually filming an episode not too long after the previous one, so that's cool.
Is this 2 weeks in a row?
I don't know.
2 weeks in a row. We did one last week.
I just got back from Gulf Shores, so that's cool.
Yep.
Had a great time there. That's wearing a trout hat right now. I think I'm going to go saltwater, get out of the bass fishing world for a little bit.
You should. You look like a saltwater guy.
I think go to the redfish tournament trail.
Go get your captain's license.
Yeah.
Be a croaker guide.
Anyways, we're going to have Logan Parks on today.
Yep.
And he's going to talk about his new tournament.
Yeah, so I think this is his second one.
Yeah, but he's calling it something else, so maybe it's different. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll get him on to break it all down. But he put on a big tournament last year, confusing tournament.
Yeah, but dude, oh my goodness, the participation he had was.
Yeah, no, it looked awesome, and it's unique. I mean, that's what we need, right?
I really like how they had a draft. That's
the
make
draft
those
is
high
really
school
cool.
kids feel really special unless you got picked last in the draft.
Yeah. I don't want to give away too much. We need to have him on to do it.
Could you imagine if you got picked last or no?
That's embarrassing.
No,
but
it's
that's
not.
based on. I mean,
What if you went undrafted free agent?
Somebody's gonna be picked last in dodgeball.
Undrafted to winner.
In school, were you picked? Like, where were you in dodgeball drafts and that kind of? Did you play dodgeball as a kid, or was that like
not really?
you're too young?
Yeah, we played dodgeball, but not.
I figured they quit playing dodgeball at your age because it was like kids would cry.
No, we played a little bit of.
Did you ever? What did you call the game when if you had the football and everybody's trying to tackle you? Did you play that?
Yeah.
You can't say it now. You get canceled.
I don't remember what we said.
Tackle the guy with the football. Yeah. So where did you end up in the draft? Answer the question.
I didn't. We didn't really draft. I think we just split up and rolled out.
Oh, there was never like I'm gonna pick.
We like to play a lot of court volleyball. Used to get really dangerous.
Court volleyball.
Yeah.
That is the most disappointing.
A little
answer.
spiking
Never
action going
mind.
on. Ping pong.
Never mind.
Also ping pong. And a little basketball, all that good stuff.
Next subject. So we got a couple comments from our last episode. We pitched the idea of the live. The few of you that watched all the way to the end of that last episode, pretty good. I think overall, people want to see the live where you can call in and
Have a hotline.
have a hotline.
God, that'd be insane, boys. That would be that'd be a rodeo. We'd be the only podcast doing it. So,
I don't think it's safe.
I love it. I love the idea.
I love the idea. I think it's risky.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys out there are. You guys are.
You think they're PG?
No, absolutely not. We're gonna need you to keep it a little PG because it's gonna be live, and we're not fancy enough to have a delay and have somebody back there.
I think it'll take a while before anything crazy happens.
I don't think so.
Several lives
right out of the gate.
And if it is, it'll be one of our buddies or something acting like an idiot.
Exactly, but I mean, there's too many. Y'all are degenerates out there, and just say something crazy.
It'll be fun though. It would be a fun one.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah, I feel like we need to set up like a couch.
Yeah.
Casting couch.
I feel like if we're going to do it, though, we should have them, like, FaceTimed up there, so then their face is on there. So then whatever they say, your face is on the internet. It's attached to what you got to say. You can't hide behind some Hello Kitty username or something like that.
Right.
Anyway, so we're going to have Logan on, talk about his tournament, talk about his – how many they got left? Two Elite Series events left in the regular season.
They go to Champlain in Ontario?
I'll pull all this up while he's talking about his thing. But, we go to Champlain, then St. Lawrence.
Yep. And then the Opens still have a lot left.
They got 3.
Yep. And they start soon, too, in Minnesota on Leech Lake.
Yep.
Some guys getting ready for that one here in the near future.
Yeah, let's go ahead and call Mr. Logan Parks, get him on to share the knowledge about his derb.
Also, we are going to try to get the 3 local boy.
No, I think we're going to do all 5.
All 5 new qualifiers for the VPT.
I talked to Jaden on the phone, and Alec was there with him, and I was like, hey, you tell Alec he can be a Rayburn local now.
Yeah.
He's proven his worth.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Alec Morrison, you're now Dubbed. I knight you.
He might as well be.
You can be a Rayburn local now. If you want to be. You don't have to be. It's the coolest thing to be.
Yeah, we'll have all those new qualifiers on. Probably next episode.
I say we do that with the live call-in.
Hello.
Hey, man.
What's up?
Oh, it's another wonderful afternoon here in East Texas. 98 degrees, about 100% humidity.
I heard that.
What part of the country are you in right now?
I'm actually up north enjoying some less humidity, but still decently hot. I think it was like 85 today in New York.
It's not bad.
Nice.
So in the upstate New York.
Y'all got 2 left, correct?
Yeah, we've got Champlain and then the St. Lawrence.
That's
those are next week and the week after that.
And here we go.
Yep. Well, before we get into all that, because I'd love to hear about some more about the Elite Series and the Northern Swing and what to expect, let's dive right into the tournament here.
Yep, that's why we're here.
Yep. So tell us about last year and then what it was called last year and then versus this year. What kind of changes you're doing if you're doing the same thing. Break it down.
Yeah, so last year we had can you guys hear me okay?
Oh, yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Last year we had our first event. It was the High School College Chaos, and it was presented by Abu Garcia. So I started a nonprofit called the Logan Parks Fishing Foundation, and we're focused on, giving back to high school and college anglers. And every tournament has typically been, either a high school tournament or a college tournament. So I decided to combine the two groups and have one tournament where they both fish together. Because growing up, I had, some college mentors that fished for Auburn University that I learned a lot from. And luckily I had that opportunity because I grew up in Auburn and I got to meet some of the Auburn University guys and go fishing with them. But I know there's a lot of high school kids out there across the country that, they don't know anybody like that. And they may be trying to decide if they even want to go to college or where they want to go fish, if they want to fish in college. And so I think it's just, a unique idea to bring both of them together and create kind of a recruiting opportunity and a mentorship opportunity for those guys. So we had our first tournament last year. It was an awesome time. We actually combined the two groups into one boat. So the angler is the boater, the high school kid is the non-boater, and they fished together as a 2-person team. We ended up having 168 anglers, 84 of each. So we had an 84 boat tournament last year, and it was the first one. Gave out $15,000 to first place. Wow. And over $175,000 in total cash scholarships from the colleges that were there and prizes. So it was really cool. It was an awesome event. And then this year, Nitro Boats has come on board as the title sponsor of the tournament. So it's going to be the Nitro Logan Parks Fishing Foundation NSANE tournament, because last year was Chaos. Yeah, last year was Chaos. This year is going to be NSANE. It's presented by Abu Garcia again. But one of the crazy things that we're doing this year is actually giving my fully rigged rookie season Nitro away to one lucky contestant.
Wow.
So, dang.
Is that going to be a drawing?
Yeah, so we're going to still do a huge payout, over $60,000 in total payout. $25,000 to first place.
Woo.
And then one lucky contestant at random. All they have to do is show up and fish. Will get drawn at our trophy presentation at the end of the tournament.
High school
to take
or
home
college?
the new boat.
High school or college?
Either or.
Either one.
Wow.
Yeah.
So where is that event going to take place?
We're having it again in Auburn, Alabama on Lake Martin. And it's going to be October 4th, 5th, and 6th. It's pretty cool how we actually pair the anglers up too. We have a draft. So we have 3 days of official practice. That'll be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I think October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And then everyone will be off the water by on Friday and come into Auburn. We're having a special event inside Jordan Hare Football Stadium on Auburn University's campus. where we actually bring all the guys in. You know, we just have like our typical tournament rules briefing and check-in, but then we have all the college teams that are there set up inside the Auburn football locker room, and they'll have tables for each school, and all the high school guys will be able to come in and get to know all those college anglers, talk to the teams, the coaches, and the presidents of the teams that are there, and maybe see where they want to go to school one day. We actually had 2 high school kids sign scholarships with schools they met last year at our tournament that they had never even considered going to until they came to our event. So we had 19 colleges participate last year, and we're hoping to hit the 30 number this year. We've already got a lot. I think we've already got 19 signed up this year, so it's been good, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But after recruiting, you know, a couple hours is through where the high school kids and their parents can walk through and talk to all those schools.
Sure.
We actually have a draft. So every day of official practice, those high school kids have been submitting their fish. It's catch, weigh, photo, release, as many as you can catch over 1 pound. So last year we had this kid, Taylor Mullins, that just absolutely destroyed them every day of practice. And he was one of the earlier picks in the draft because of that. So we print out a list of how those high school guys did in practice.
So that's how you come up with the ranking?
Yeah. And so that's how we kind of developed the rankings based on their best single day of practice. Okay. And the college anglers kind of use that to determine who they want to fish with. Last year we did the recruiting session after the draft. So this year we're going to do it before. That way they'll also have the opportunity for a few hours to, you know, talk to some kids and get an idea of who they may want to pick.
I got you.
And then last year we had the 3 days of practice, which was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then Saturday we had an off day, and we had them all in Auburn doing the draft and doing all that. Well, because we're doing that draft Friday afternoon this year, on Saturday we're giving them a half day to practice with their partner.
Wow.
So they can, yeah. So they'll actually get, that was kind of, yeah, it's fun, dude. I really took the feedback from last year's event, asked those guys, you know, what we could do differently.
Sure.
And what they would like to see. And that was kind of the number one thing was we'd really like to have an opportunity to get to fish with our partner before we just get thrown into a high stakes, fast paced tournament with the format that we have. So we're going to give them that opportunity and then bring them back to Auburn that Saturday afternoon, have a nice dinner for them, some guest speakers, and do some pretty sweet giveaways. And there's going to be a pretty nice prize because on Saturday during that practice, we're going to actually have a practice tournament. So those kids can fish with their teammate, learn how the tournament format works, and practice submitting the fish catches through Fishing Chaos. And we're going to have a live leaderboard just like we will in the tournament. And there may or may not be something pretty special for the winner of that practice tournament.
So you're not divulging that yet?
Well, that's
not divulging that yet.
That's a really good idea. I know that, the video I was watching of you last year, you were stressed out having to deny a few catches and stuff. And, this way you kind of get that out of the way before the official tournament starts. It's really smart. I think the changes you made this year are actually all really smart. Quick question. How do you determine which college anglers get first?
That was going to be my first question.
So the way that works is kind of based on so I have a deal obviously with Auburn Opelika Tourism. They want people to come stay in Auburn, but a little bit further away from Auburn than we'd like. So trying to incentivize those guys to just come to Auburn and a little earlier and spend some time in Auburn. We did it based on how many days of practice they fish and submit a fish catch. So
the college anglers.
Yeah, the college anglers, because we want them to come and stay as long as they can for the tourism.
Sure.
Help them out. So we have 3 days of official practice. The college anglers are also submitting fish catches just like the high school kids. And while it's not, the rankings aren't as important as it is with the high school guys determining or showing how good they can catch them to the college guys so they get picked earlier. The college guys just have to submit fish catches. So the ones that come and submit fish catches all 3 days of official practice are in round one, and they get to pick first. and we just draw them at random.
Okay.
And then the guys that fished only 2 days of practice, they get drawn at random second. So last year I had like 4 Ziploc bags and just cut up the names and drew them out at random for 3 days of practice, 2 days, 1 day, and no days.
Nice.
So, like, I'm an alumni. I went to college. I was going to say, am I allowed to, like, jump in this thing or no?
Yeah, can we sign up for, like, Lone Star Community College and, like, show up or what?
We may have to do some kind of alumni thing next year because that's been the #1 complaint.
We want in on some of that.
Yeah, there wasn't college fishing when I was going to college, so that wasn't an option for me. But I will join a team. Like, I will go back to school to be in college fishing.
Yeah, that means you got eligibility still in.
Yeah. That's sweet. Yeah. So what happens before the show started? What happens if you go undrafted or that's actually not possible?
Oh, man.
That's actually not possible.
Undrafted, from undrafted to winning the tournament, bro. You got to have that.
Yeah.
You got to have that story, man.
You have the Tom Brady story.
Yeah. Actually, whoever doesn't get drafted gets to fish the tournament with me.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's in the alumni.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Which, I mean, obviously you guys have the same amount of college anglers you do high school, so that doesn't happen.
I knew that, but undrafted free agent sounds really cool. I'll be an undrafted free agent, and then I'll just bring my own boat, and if I have to fish by myself, that's fine.
Do it.
Yeah, just solo it out.
Yeah, that's sick, man.
Are you guys capping the field at all?
Yeah, so we're capping it at 150 teams this year, so 300 total anglers, 150 from each group.
Okay.
And we're already over the halfway mark of being filled up. We started registration 5 days ago, and we've got 156 anglers sign up so far. We're a little heavier on the high school side right now. I think we've got 90 or so high school guys and around 60 college guys, something along those lines. But it's getting there. So if you want to fish the tournament and you're listening to this, you need to go to Fishing Chaos right now and sign up before it's too late, because we'll have a wait list, but there'll be no guarantees that you can get in once we're at that 150.
And
go ahead.
How long is registration going to last? All the way up to like the day before practice, or are you trying to get things locked up quicker than that?
Obviously, the quicker we can fill it up, the quicker we can guarantee these payouts that we've got kind of laid out. But registration will be open unless it fills up all the way up until the week before the tournament.
Okay.
So as a college angler, if I'm looking at wanting to do this, is there an eligibility on this? Like, you got to be a full-time student, or how does that work? Because I don't even remember how that worked for when I fished in college.
We're a little bit less strict than a lot of the other trails on that, because I know there's some colleges where there's guys that fish that don't, they don't have a fishing team to join. So we just made the rules. You have to be a full-time student this fall semester at your college, and as long as you're enrolled as a full-time angler,
Lone Star College,
you can come and fish with us. And then high school guys, if you're going into 8th grade this fall, you'll be eligible. We're taking 8th through 12th grade.
Dang. So we technically could sign up for 12 hours in a fall semester.
I'm telling you, dude, Lone Star College. Lone Star Community College.
That's a risky investment. You'd have to
I think you guys have won enough money this year.
No, man. We're never done.
No, we're not no Elite Series guys. We don't make the big bucks.
We're never done. No. So the prizes, is that split? How do you split the winnings with college and high school?
Yeah, so we just split it 50-50 right down the middle.
Nice.
Obviously, we encourage the high school guys to help the college angler out with fuel and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah, and help cover their expenses, but it'll just be a 50-50 split for everything.
I got you.
Sick. Man, that's a cool tournament.
So
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, dude. I mean, I honestly wish I could fish it.
Yeah.
I wish that there was the format is super unique. It's kind of fairly complicated, as you guys saw in our video from last year.
Right.
To explain, but there's different brackets throughout the day, so you're racing against the clock and your competitors to stay eligible and try and make a championship round at the very end of the day. But even if you don't you still have a chance to win a lot of money, and anyone has a chance to win the boat, regardless of how they perform in the tournament.
Right.
So run me through the bracket. So you're going to be randomly put into a bracket, not based on any kind of ranking, and then you have to finish somewhere in, top half of your bracket to advance the championship. How's that work?
Yeah, so we start out at 6:30 in the morning, and we have round one that runs from 6:30 to 9:40 in the morning, and all 150 teams are fishing and submitting fish through Fishing Chaos, and there's a live leaderboard, so they'll be able to see where they're at, and the goal is to make the top 75.
Okay.
And if you make the top 75 at 9:40, you get moved into a separate group. So we split it two ways. From the beginning, everyone's together, then we come down, split to the survival group and the sudden death group.
Okay.
The survival group is the top 75 from round one, and the sudden death group is the bottom 75 from round one. So those weights carry over from round one into round two. We have a 20-minute intermission where, everyone just, gets situated. There's no fishing. We just kind of let everyone know where they ended up in which group. And then at round two, they start fishing again, still have the live leaderboard, and they continue to build on their weights from round one from 10 a.m. till 12:40. And the reason you want to make that top 75 to begin with is because after the end of round two, the top 20 from that group make the championship, while only the top 5 from the sudden death make the championship. So it's a lot more places we're taking from the survival group than the sudden death.
Okay.
But if you didn't catch them in round one, you still have a chance to make that championship round if you have a good round two, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we'll have 25 teams advance, 20 from the survival group and 5 from sudden death into our championship for a top 25 championship group. And that'll be round 3. So we have another 20-minute break from 12:40 to 1 p.m. And then round 3 is from 1 till 3 p.m. But the difference with round 3 is we're completely hiding the leaderboard, so no one will know. Not your family. I mean, your family could be watching at this point, up to round 2 and see how you're doing. But at the end of round 2, you won't know. Your family won't know. All the spectators will have no idea what's going on. The only people they'll know is me and Fishing Chaos guys. And it makes it real interesting because we actually zero the weight at the beginning of round 3.
Okay.
So it gives everyone a fresh start for the last 2-hour shootout. If you don't make the championship round, though, you still have the opportunity to make a lot of money. So, like I said, we're taking the top 20 teams from the survival group to the championship. That leaves 55 that did make the championship. They get moved into the consolation group, which is basically another tournament that's happening in round 3. So we essentially have 3 separate tournaments in round 3. We have the consolation group, which
championship,
they're fishing
consolation,
yeah,
and then the bottom.
Last chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the guys that really didn't catch them, they're fishing for $3,000 in the last 2 hours.
And weights are zeroed in all 3 brackets.
Yeah, weights are zeroed in all 3.
So so at the start of round 3, you know what bracket you're in, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then you don't. Then the live leaderboard goes away. So but before the round 3 starts, you know where you're at.
And round 3 is for all the marbles.
Yeah, round 3 is for all the marbles. So the consolation and last chance groups, consolation's $4,000 first place, and last chance is $3,000 for first place. But we're only paying the first place out of that group. So that's why you want to be in the championship, because that's where the
25 for first are. Right?
Yeah, 25 for first, and we're going to pay down to 15th place.
Okay.
Sick. What's the entry fee on this deal?
The entry fee is $200 a person, and that includes a entry into the drawing to win the nitro and I think it's like $50 to $100 ugly stick scale. They're actually really nice. We used them last year, and every competitor will get one of those this year.
Use.
And yeah,
that's
it's
really
gonna be good.
It's really pretty cheap considering what you can win. You're in the drawing. Not to mention you get to go to Auburn University and go on the field and in the locker rooms. That experience alone would be pretty sick.
While you were talking, I thought of a wild strategy, right? Because you got a live leaderboard. So hear me out. So round 1, let's say you're not doing great, but you're in the top 75, right? Let's say like you're in 70th.
Yeah.
And you got like an hour left. It would be wiser to stop fishing and try to end up like 76th, like be in the top of the bottom bracket, than to be like 70th trying to climb back up to 20th.
That's an interesting strategy, but that's just not how it.
See what I'm saying?
That's not how.
No, that's a good strategy. We actually had some guys try to do that last year. Bring that up because they had called me the night before and asked me if it was against the rules.
To
I
like
was like,
lay
no,
up?
that's the whole point of having this unique format is for you to be creative and come up with ideas like that. Like if you want to potentially bomb and stay in that bottom 75 and kind of conserve your fish, you're on them good enough that you know you can make the top 5 in round 2 out of the sudden death group.
You see what I'm saying?
Go for it. Yeah, but they actually didn't make it.
It's risky.
They ended up like the first place out of making it from the sudden death.
So it almost worked.
So I was like,
it almost worked.
Did work, yeah.
Well, see what I'm saying? Like if you're in 70,
well, yeah, because the weights carry over to the second
like,
round. That's why it would work.
And you're like 15 pounds out of 20th.
Yeah.
There's no way you're going to catch up.
Yeah.
In theory.
Well,
I mean, you could.
With the catch wave photo release and with what happens on Lake Martin that time of year with those big schools swimming around in the middle of the lake and people just catch them every drop, I would say that it's very, very feasible to make up 15,
you can.
20
All
pounds.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had some guys have like a 40-pound period in round 2 last year.
Wow.
Dang.
It's exciting, dude. It's fun.
Sick.
The format is cool too. Just catch, weigh, release, and submitting the pictures. It's you're never out of it. Like you can get so far behind the 8 ball in these 5-fish tournaments.
Yeah. No, you can have a pretty quick. Like, well, we're screwed.
Yeah.
No, that's I'm telling you, there's some strategy there.
There is a little strategy, but it sounds like somebody got bit by that snake.
Nah, you just gotta have a little more confidence in what you're doing here. You can do it.
What you definitely don't want to do is end up 75th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Round 1.
Do you get rewarded for winning round 1 and round 2 or no?
There might be something this year.
Okay, I just didn't know.
Like a little side pot action.
We actually fished a tournament similar to this at Rayburn. A little, not the draft and all that, but last team standing is in broke up into rounds.
Really?
Yeah. It's 5 fish.
It's a 5-fish.
You get 4 hours. You weigh in 5.
It's a terrible payout. That's why we don't fish it anymore.
No. I did win it one time though. That was
fun.
You
did win.
Really fun. But anyways, that's really cool, man. That's exciting.
So wait,
I think just the experience alone. Like if I was a high school angler and I was like, yeah, I mean, $200. You get to go to Auburn University, and like, dude, I would have been so excited at 16 to 18 years old or whatever. Now you're taking 8th grade, so maybe 14. I mean, dude, I know when I was in high school, I was all about it, so I would have been.
Oh, as a high school angler, I think this is probably the deal.
Yeah, and as a college angler, I'm like, hey, $25,000 for 200, I'm in. Like the shot at winning that, yeah, I'm all about it.
What I know you. Go ahead.
I wish that they all had that attitude because that's kind of how I looked at it. Like just from recently coming out of college, the tournament experience was great. And not knocking on any of the organizations that put the tournaments on, but the payouts are not.
No, they're dog.
I mean, you're fishing for $2,000.
They're retarded.
And you're spending $500-$600 to get there.
Yeah.
And so to be able to come to this tournament and win that amount of money, that's kind of, one of the reasons why I wanted to put this tournament on in the first place is to help provide an opportunity for those college guys to, maybe pay off their student loans, maybe jump in the opens, like actually win some college money in fishing.
Yeah. And you're doing it in October, right?
Yeah, October 4th, 5th, and 6th.
So there you go. Like as a college angler, you're doing it at a good time because there's not going to be any conflicting dates with that. More than likely, I don't remember fishing very many college tournaments in October. So
high school tournaments usually don't start till January, at least here where we live.
Yeah, you really picked a good time to do that. Well, and it's your all season too,
except for
that makes
bow
sense.
season.
Yeah,
bow season,
those kids ain't not hunting.
I would skip bow season for this tournament.
Dude, if I was a college angler, I'd be all over that. Like, truly, like, a shot to win that amount of money, 25 grand in college, that would have been, like, almost life-changing amount of money for me in school. Like, I was trying to survive on...
That's a lot of money.
$100 a week. I remember $100... If I had, in college, to start the week, if I had, like, $200, I was rich, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for real. I remember that. So
no, there's some other incentives for college anglers too. I could see there, big picture wise, participating in an event like that, having that on your resume, when you're going to talk to sponsors and stuff like that, because it's not just, there's a selfish motive there, right, to win money, but there's also, like you said, the whole mentorship thing. It's an opportunity to kind of be a mentor to somebody young, up and coming, and I'm sure
it was.
Yeah. No, you're good.
I was just going to say, it was really cool to see the stories that came out of last year's event. I ended up even doing something last year where we didn't plan on it, but I was told this story by a parent during the day of the tournament about a college angler going above and beyond. And his name was actually Hunter Jenkins. He fished for Dallas Baptist University, and they came out and fished our tournament. And he ran into a high school kid and his dad at the boat ramp one of the days of practice, and kind of started talking to him or putting in. And he was like, well, why don't you just come out here and fish with me, and I can help you learn your electronics, and we'll help you get some fish submitted for your practice period. And ended up being just a really, really good stand-up guy. And the dad texted me and told me the story of it. So we gave him our first ever mentorship award last year, and actually gave him $3,000 on top of what the payout was. So that's another thing that's up for grabs this week, or the week of our tournament. It's really all about giving back and being a mentor to the younger anglers and helping them out. And it really created some awesome experiences, and just hearing the stories come out of the tournament last year, that was pretty amazing.
That boy Hunter, old Texas hand. I'm talking about.
Man, that's just the whole tournament to me sounds so special. Like, if I'm just looking at it, like, I'm telling you, I keep going back to, like, like, as a parent for the high school kid, I know my dad would have been like, hey, this is a great opportunity for my son. This is something he loves to do. But not only that, like, I keep going back to this Auburn deal. Like, bro, like, just being on that field to me would have been like awesome,
cool experience.
Absolutely, So.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice change in venues too. For we kind of got used to in high school and college. It's some kind of run down old gym.
Yeah,
to be able to come in and have your draft and, like, within view of the national championship and Heisman trophies and stuff like that. Like, it's pretty awesome.
Heck yeah. You going to have Cam Newton there too, or what?
He actually is going to be our guest speaker this year.
Whoa. Are you being for real, or are you joking?
I was like laughing.
No, I'm just
I'm going to say, holy crap. You going to have Cam Newton there. Hold up. Jesus Christ.
No. Cam ain't showing up.
Have Cam's big butt out there in a bass boat. Could you imagine seeing him?
He's too busy fighting fans. It's crap. He ain't Cam.
Yeah, he's crazy.
He's wild.
He's awesome, though.
No, he's not.
Anyways, that's
I got some more questions about the boat that I could potentially win.
Yeah.
How many hours you got on that thing right now? What kind of warranties left on?
I've got 306.
Okay, 306. What kind of warranty we talking about?
Not too bad. Do what?
What kind of warranty left on the motor?
So we got standard 2-year warranty on there.
Three on the Mert.
Yeah, 3-year warranty. Sorry.
Yeah.
And whoever takes ownership of it has the opportunity to upgrade to, I believe, 7 or 8.
Yeah.
You can buy the 5-year, the 7.
Yeah.
They have a few options. So it's not like it doesn't really make sense for me to get that, because I'll have it for less than a year. But whoever takes ownership of it, if it's a free boat, I'd probably spend some money on the warranty and make it last.
No, you've owned it for less than a year?
I got it in October of last year, so I'll have it right at a year this year.
Honestly, that's kind of a lot. That's pretty good for I figure most of these guys don't. You must idle. You must be one of us.
Dude, I'm a Tennessee River guy, man. I'll be idling, side scanning out there.
Heck yeah.
I like putting the seat time in.
Yeah, he's one of us, man. Yeah. I've got my boat is a year. I've owned my boat for a year and 6 months. I've got 587 hours on my engine. So yeah, it happens, bro.
Just about ready to pop.
I wish it would. I wish it would.
Funny, I checked the hours on my motor one time at like the RPMs, and I had, this was a few years ago, but my motor had 300-ish hours on it, and I had 147 hours at 5,000 plus RPMs and 146 hours at the idle speed.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a single hour in between.
It's either wide open or idle.
Unfortunately for when you sell your boat, nobody cares about the idle hours. I don't know why.
Well, Cody, Yamaha tech over here, he's always on my butt because Yamahas are, you got to be careful with idling with any motor too long. You want to run, kind of give him a little hard run afterwards. He'll be like, hey, man, you got idle hours. Need you to run that thing. So I got to get out there and hammer down on it every now and then.
I have looked at investing into an idle boat. Like buying an idle, like strictly an idle boat.
Just a graphing boat.
Yes.
That's interesting.
I think we should invest in a drone company that idles for us.
It's coming. It's probably coming.
Jesus, dude, don't do that.
Sonar drone.
We just go back and review the side imaging.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, you can just scroll through it, man.
Jesus.
I've never even thought of that. Don't be giving crazy engineers that idea.
Oh my God, I'm all in on that.
Then everybody has all that.
Dude, all these people be trying to kill each other's drones on Rayburn. They be drone fighting out there.
Nah, because then that's what's hard about idling. Is it's, when you're out there and you're starting to get bored and you start to get a little like your mind is starting to wander and you're not focused anymore. It's hot, it's cold.
I feel like that opened the door for some cheaters too. They be coming droning our idling our stuff.
Us, dude. We can't be having drones out there, Logan. Don't be coming up with crazy ideas.
Dude, that's a freaking wild idea.
What if you had a drone submarine that looked just like a bass on live scope and you can have it swim around your competitors and they're like trying to catch it the whole time?
You're wild, dude. You got some crazy ideas.
That's next level.
You can tell I've been idling and thinking a lot lately.
Yeah, clearly.
I think the idle boat's a good idea. Buy like an old boat.
Yeah. We need to change the narrative on the hours. I mean, these four trucks are like car motors now. We service them, we take care of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
your motor touches 300 hours. Like, oh God, I don't. Yeah. It's like, chill out, bro. It's got 3 years of platinum warranty on it. Like, let it blow up.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is that they don't have to pay for mine. They can just win it for free.
Yeah, they're giving it away.
Yeah. Well.
So I don't have to convince somebody how bad my hours are or aren't, but it's taken care of. I try to change my oil every 50 hours or so, and just got my 300-hour service done. So
every 50 that's very well taken care of. Yeah, that's extremely well taken care of. But
I don't like letting it get 100 like they recommend, because I've seen the lower units just not, you need to change every 50.
Really? Every lower unit oil every 50?
Bro, if I do every 50, that's like every 2 weeks.
Wyatt's never changed oil in his motor once.
Hey, don't say, I'm trying to sell this thing. Chill out. I do it every 100 hours.
Just to be safe. I mean, you don't have to. Obviously, that's not what the specs say, but I just like to.
See, he goes above and beyond, folks. You're going to win a good boat. What kind of electronics we got on this bad boy?
So we've got Garmin up front with live scope, and then we got the Ultrex Quest. We got Apex 13s and an Apex 16 with the 360 on the front.
Gotcha.
And Raptors on the back, and full of Dakota lithiums, and it even comes with a fish lung, so it's fully loaded. Fish
lung. Little oxygen system.
Lung. Keep them live wells. Keep them fish alive in the live wells.
There you go. Well, that's quite the rig for sure. I like it.
Upgraded fuel wheels and Nitto car tires on that thing.
Yeah.
So it's pimping for sure.
Nice. You gonna fill it up with gas too?
No, I'll probably try and drain it out, siphon it into my truck.
Right. I'm just teasing. Well, man, that sounds like a really good tournament, and sounds like you got it. It's going in the right direction. You got it halfway there. College guys need to step up.
Yeah, step
represent.
up.
Be like Hunter.
I'm about to call all the SFA guys and tell them to get
Dude,
moving.
please do, because I mean, I know that we're gonna fill up, but like I said, the college guys are kind of lacking right now. But it blows my mind that some of the stuff they prioritize over such a huge payout. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like the way that we justify things, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go spend $300, like $200 for an entry fee, but it's like what you can win, you know. But you're spending $300 to fish a BFL for like a couple thousand, you know. So why not come fish my tournament?
They're in college, man. You got to sit down and like knock some sense into them. I mean, you know how it was.
Well, if it's like Wyatt, he'll probably wait till the week before to sign up, or like wait, were we supposed to sign up today? Is today the last day? All right, let's go ahead and register.
Oh man, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Yeah, I'm actually gonna reach out to the SFA club.
I'm actually gonna reach out to Lone Star Community College and see what I can learn this semester.
You're gonna be at Angelina, dude. You're gonna be a junior.
They're gonna be like, who's this 40-year-old over here trying to pretend like he's a college angler?
That would be awesome.
Oh man, that's sick. Well, is that all for the tournament? You got any other remarks for it?
No, man, not really. Just that, you know, if you know for college guy, tell them about it. You know, if they want to learn more about it, they can go to the LoganParksFishingFoundation.com or watch the video I sent you guys. It's on my YouTube channel. It's called The Highest Paying High School and College Tournament. It's just like the format this year, and it will explain how everything works.
All right.
And that's a good video to watch.
I'll link that in the description, and then any other links you want to send me, I'll put in there as well on the registration link and whatnot, so they can go sign up.
Yeah, awesome opportunity, man.
That'd be great.
Step up, college boys. Step up,
and high school boys, and girls,
Yeah, we actually had I would say quite a few. We had, I think, 3 or 4 girls fish last year. 2 college girls.
Nice.
Fished as boaters, so that was awesome.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool.
Well, so we were actually talking before we had you on. I can't even remember when we had you on last. It was
3 months ago.
3 months ago. Wasn't too long ago. So kind of towards the start of the season. Now we're getting towards the end of the season. How you feeling? We're inside the classic cut.
Yeah, dude, I'm feeling good. It's been a good season. Been fishing good lately. I wish I could have the 2 Florida tournaments back and make things a little more interesting here at the end of the year for, you know, Rookie of the Year or AOY or whatever. But it is what it is. We learned what not to do in Florida this year, and I'll be a better angler for it next year. But I'm just happy to be back into the classic cut, because after those 2 rough events, I fell pretty hard. And to be able to kind of claw and fight our way back in after getting a check at Murray and then getting, you know, top 10 at Wheeler, got my first top 10. So that was awesome. Super, super cool experience having Mercer yell in your face as he welcomes you up on stage to introduce you as the top 10. That dude's awesome.
What's your nickname for him?
He doesn't have one really, I don't think.
Really?
He just always says about how I've already won $1 million. That's all he always says.
The $1 million man. Maybe that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, the $1 million man. That's a good one.
Tell him.
Half a million though, technically.
$500,000. I don't think it'll be too long before you get to $1 million.
But need 2 more good ones, and we'll make the classic. So
yeah, that's sick.
I'm looking forward to getting after it.
Yeah, how do you feel about the northern swing?
I'm looking forward to it, man. I love smallmouth. It's fun. It's a lot cooler than June, Alabama, so that's also nice.
Yeah.
The last 2 tournaments we had were really hot, so it'd be nice to get a little bit cooler weather, and could be a little wavy, so, you know, a little nervous about that, but it is what it is. We'll just, you know, ride that Z21 XL through them and get where we need to go, and hopefully we'll catch some big bags. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous about the last one, specifically because we got to go out of Waddington, and making that long run, there's a lot that can happen, you know. But
how'd you do in St. Lawrence last year in the Open?
last year I caught them really good the first day, and I was in sixth. I had just under 25, and I absolutely bombed on day 2 and ended up 72nd. Had just one of those days. Everything went wrong. It only weighed 4 fish on the river, so it's not a good event. But I also learned a lot. You know, like just made foolish mistakes that I can look back on now and realize that, you know, what not to do for this year. So I'm excited to get back out there and get a little bit of redemption.
It'll be a lot different.
And I was obviously halfway on them. You know, I got the halfway of the puzzle put together.
It'll be a lot different too with Lake Ontario.
Yeah, the lake's not off for the elites.
It's just a haul. And then once you get there, like, you can make another haul.
Doesn't the Nitro have like a giant gas tank in it?
Yeah, luckily we got a 60, so you can send it pretty far. And I think you're going to have to if you want to compete to win at that one. And, you know, I'm not going there to compete for a check. I want to try and win and do the best that I can. So
is there a mile per
hour? We're going to be on the lake for sure.
Is there a mile per hour limit on the Narrows?
Yeah, it's like 30 miles an hour maybe, but that's only on the U.S. side, I think.
How far a run is it to Waddington to the mouth of the lake?
So, like, I think it's right at, depending on which side you take, I think it's
like 60 miles, isn't it?
It's further than that. It's in between like 80 and 90.
Oh yeah. I mean,
you definitely
60-gallon tank or not, you're fueling.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
for ridiculous.
Sure. Probably end up happening is we'll probably have to stop in Clayton and get fuel. Depending on how far into the lake you want to go.
Yeah.
And then run out there and fish.
Fuel up again.
Stop again. It's going to be.
Golly, why are y'all not going out of Clayton? What happened?
Money, dude. It's money. It's a simple answer. They get their Chamber of Commerce.
I understand
from Clayton,
that,
and then now they're Waddington.
Surely they can't pay that much more in Waddington than they do in Clayton or Cape Vincent.
That's what I'm sitting here thinking, bro.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not that simple. Maybe it's not just money. It's but I'm sure they probably have to like balance it out, right? Like every year.
I've never seen them go to Waddington. Have they?
Yeah. Yeah, but they've done river tournaments where there was that one year in the Elite Series they couldn't even fish the Canadian side, and they couldn't go into the lake.
Well, yeah, that makes more sense. So I'm saying if the lake's all like not off limits and you're going out of Waddington, that's just torture.
We went out of Waddington for the Open, but the lake was off limits.
I understand, but that's that's kind of torture.
I like it.
I don't know, man. I think they're doing that to pick just add another curveball to y'all.
How much do you want it?
Yeah. Who has the biggest balls?
How much do you want it?
You better be on them.
Yeah. You're not going to have very long to fish.
You don't need long there, though, depending on what you're on. So hopefully you do well, man. I got faith in you. You're on my fantasy team, so.
You didn't pick your fantasy team.
Pressure's on.
I picked Logan at Wheeler.
Did you? I can't remember. I think I had
for
him on
sure. For sure.
Remember.
I knew you were going to do well on that one. I was hoping. Did you, that was an offshore one for you or what? I say offshore, but you know what I mean? Like, definitely not.
That was a good one, dude. Just found them, idling around. I actually caught them off of a place too that I caught them in the Open last year.
Sick.
And
it
worked out.
How much better was it fishing in the elites where 100 guys out there versus the Open?
It was better, but not like as much better as you would think because those guys are so freaking dialed in. It's like, I have all these places that they should be on, and like the fish, of course, are just not ever just loaded like I want them to be. Yeah. So about three-quarters of the places that I have that I know out there, because I've fished out there a good bit over the span of high school and college. It's only 3 hours from my house, and my grandma lived there, and so we would go visit her, and I would take the boat and fish. So they were only on about 10% of the stuff that I was hoping they'd be on, but and then the guys are so good, so it's like you don't even have anywhere to start almost if you get a late boat number, regardless of the number of boats with how good those guys are. So it wasn't too bad though. I only had to share my places with a few other guys versus. The Opens it was insane. About 5 boats.
Dude, it was nuts.
5 boats on one hole, like crossing each other's line and stuff. It's just not really feasible to do that.
Did John Boy fish the same spot where he got into it with, what's his name? You remember that?
Yeah, I don't think we never fished that spot this year.
They didn't show up there.
No, it looked like there were some there. To tell you the truth, I always wanted to go look at it, but every day of practice that I went by it, there was people on it.
Really?
Like Elite Series. So I never had a chance to even check it.
The guys
I don't know if
dialed.
John did either or not. But that place was getting pounded on.
Yeah. No, it definitely got pounded on the open, too.
The guys are dialed,
ridiculous.
Son. Dude, they're so good.
It's awesome.
So unbelievably good.
Well, we're looking forward to watching the rest of the season, watching the whole thing go down. Hopefully you're I'm kind of pulling for your roomie there to win AOY.
Dude, I mean, both of them, but Cody especially is he's sitting good, man, with 2 left, and I know that he top 10'd Champlain last year, and I'm going to say he would have top 10'd and been in potential chance to win St. Lawrence, but he had some different problems between his shift actuator going out and then his trolling motor going out. I mean, his story about that tournament last year was it's mind blowing, and it's like, does he not make it in or catch these like specific fish? He doesn't make the classic even, which he almost won this year. So.
Yeah. I think he's going to be dangerous heading north.
That's crazy when you look back at the season and see some things like that. Like this one thing goes the other way. You just go from.
How far back is Cody right now on first?
He's 29 points.
Oh, yeah. That's not very much.
No.
Yeah, so we're pulling for him. And then, I mean, John, I think he's in 5th or 6th or 4th.
He's in 6th.
What's crazy to me is Trey is still in striking distance after that hiccup. And he's pretty close.
Yeah.
He's pretty dang close.
Man. What's crazy is all those guys don't even have to worry about catching a fish the next 2 tournaments, and they're in the Classic.
Holy crap. So we've got
the number that it typically takes is like 5:15. I think there's maybe 11 or 12 guys that already have that.
That's crazy.
There's 11 dudes.
Go down to the 30s really quick. I want to say
we're looking at it while we're talking to you.
If I'm correct, where's Milliken at?
He's in 37th.
I think he's in the bottom spot out of the rookies. So just take that into consideration.
I'm in freaking 8th. I'm in 8th in Rookie of the Year, and I'm in 29th in the points.
That is making a statement. First-year guys are coming in, and that's
coming in hot.
That's awesome.
Are you really, Rob? Rob just said Rob's here with me in the other room. He said he's in 7th and he's in 16th place. AOY.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
Insane. Rookies are tearing it up this year, man.
Hey, dude, and as of right now, with 3 opens left, there's still a lot to change, but some of the guys coming next year are coming for blood.
I think it's going to be like this for a couple of years.
Yeah, we got Dakota more than likely coming in hot. You know how that guy is. He's going to probably come in hot.
He's insane.
He just shows
Houston
up.
Fothergill?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Tucker Smith? Unbelievable.
Yeah. It was only a matter of time for Tucker made it. I know nobody's made it yet, but Tucker...
Yeah, they're still. It's the Opens, dude.
Yeah.
The Opens is crazy.
Hopefully, we're pulling for our boy Jack York too. He's right there. We really wanted to see him go.
I would love to see Jack make it. It's cool to see all the college guys. I feel like even a couple years ago, the Opens weren't so college heavy. It was
right.
If you were a college guy that went on to fish the Opens, you were kind of like the odd man out. Like, you really think you could make it?
Yeah.
And now it's like
now it's majority
in the college have changed their mentality of like, I'm doing this to make it. It's cool to see how it's changed.
Really good. Now it's like if your average age is like 27 out of the 9 guys that make it now, it's crazy, man. Same thing. Well, we just had some buddies make the BPT, and those 5 guys from the Invitational, same thing. Once again, all young guys, probably the oldest, maybe 30, 31 there. So.
Yeah, Jake
it's
Lawrence,
a new trend, and I think we're actually going to have a podcast about that exact subject, which I think is really cool. But a couple of opinions why that is, and man, I just think it's a new era. I think it's a new age.
A lot of factors.
I think these younger guys are more determined and dedicated than ever before, and are absolutely busting their ass.
Yeah, you're starting to hear. Again, I have the no acronym FFS, but like that noise is kind of going away a little bit.
Yeah.
And it seems like there's a little more noise about, oh, well, we should change rules where they can't practice so much.
Yeah.
Like, hold on a minute.
Dude. Yeah, they're kind of trying to say ban pre-practice. Sorry, I don't have the time to go idle around the lake. Like, I mean, it's not like we have the time, we make the time.
Exactly.
Like,
It's sacrifices.
I'm in a different situation. I don't have, kids, and things will change for me for sure. I'm getting married this year, and like, a few years down the road, I might, decide to start a family, and a few years from then, like when my kids are getting older, like, yeah, that's going to be difficult to leave in pre-practice, 100%. But like, right now, I shouldn't be penalized because I'm not in that situation.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it comes back to sacrifice as well. You got those guys who could maybe go on a whole different career path, have a little bit more, more, where it's not as risky, not as risky as career path, and maybe start a family and stuff like that. But they're choosing to go all in on a dream, and to do that, you pretty much have to be completely dedicated.
Any sport.
It's any sport. You're right, and so you can't
level.
penalize someone for busting their ass, dude. And that's where we're at, man. It's what I really think now. I really think that you have got to be more dedicated than ever, if you want to make a run at this thing. So on the professional level, So.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, those guys at the top of the leaderboard, I mean, some of them are just that damn good. Like John and Cody, they literally. John sent us a Snapchat earlier today. He's like, just hooked up for the boat for the first time since Smith. I'm like, my gosh, dude. Like, I've been fishing. I've pre-practiced Champlain and St. Lawrence since then, and looked around and done a lot of fishing since then. And I mean, some of them guys, but like, I mean, I'm just one of those guys. I feel like I have to work at it and get better and learn on the water. And some of the other guys, like at the top of the leaderboard, like Trey. I mean, there's no telling how many days of the year this year he's fished.
Oh,
that's
God,
one thing that gets overlooked and not talked about. Like, everyone wants to say all these rumors about this and that, and like, I don't really want to go into all that, but like, that's what everyone wants to say and talk about why he's doing well is this and that and this and that. And no one's saying he is fishing every single day.
Yeah.
I mean, how good could you be if you fished every single day? It's like somebody that trains at any sport every single day.
Yep.
They become some of the best people at that sport. I mean, you look at the stories of other like athletes that have achieved amazing things, and everyone talks about how hard they worked and how they went harder in the gym and training than all their competition, and that's what I think we're seeing.
Yeah.
So,
you're 100% right.
Yeah.
That is a fact.
That's it.
That is the bottom line. You can point fingers at electronics, or you can try to do whatever you want to say about whatever kind of info, whatever you want to do. The bottom line is, and this is not even an opinion really, it's like the bottom line fact. He's like, guys like that, like, dude, they're outworking everyone. Yeah. And you shouldn't be, to me, how does that have a negative light? That's not negative.
Yeah.
Like, you got to we commend hard work in every other sport. Every other sport.
Yeah.
Every other sport we commend it.
Yep.
So
I agree. No,
and like for us younger guys that haven't had 20 years of experience coming to the St. Lawrence every year, I mean, why shouldn't we be able to go pre-practice?
For sure.
For
sure.
So,
no, it's a great topic. I think we need to do
that's a whole episode.
Yeah.
That'd be I'll have to tune in to see that one.
Yeah. Hey, man, we got this new idea. You're going to love it. We're going to go live one night every week. Let's say whatever it's going to end up being. Well, let's just give an example. This isn't set in stone, but like a Thursday at 7, and we're going to go live. We're going to have a guest, and at some point in the show, we're going to turn on the hotline, and it's going to be live call-ins. Whoever wants to call in and say whatever you want. What do you think about that?
I think that's great.
Yeah.
It'd be like Fine Bomb or something.
Yeah. This is going to get really interesting, I think.
Yeah. We're going to get kicked off the internet.
Yeah, we're getting canceled for sure. Oh man,
I'm sure you'll get both sides of the aisle buzzing in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have to probably hang up the phone 5 seconds in.
You're gonna have to be quick on the end button.
You might have to have one of those things that they say where it's live, but you have like a 15-second delay.
Yeah.
Have some reaction time.
Problem is, we're on a budget here.
We can't even get through a pre-recorded show without something jacking up.
We're on a budget here, Logan. I don't think we can afford that kind of fancy equipment, but we'll.
I don't know how that would work either, honestly.
We'll trust the fans not to be too crazy.
I just think there's no other podcast doing that, and it would be so.
We better
wild.
jump on it now that you put it out there, because
if somebody steals that, we're suing them.
If you aired it out, you have to do that.
I'll sue them.
If you don't do that, someone else is.
Yep.
No one else does that right now. That's a great idea.
It's our niche. We got to do it. We got to do it tomorrow.
Jesus.
We'll see. Might just throw up a live and just let you degenerates get off here. Just
let's see what you got.
Hey, Rob, you want to buzz in over here?
Next on the hotline.
Oh,
man.
We'll be the first hotline episode.
Come on, boys. Come on.
There's going to be some mad talking going on now.
Oh, yeah. We'll see.
But anyways.
Well, man, appreciate your time. Appreciate you coming on, sharing this event with us, and we'll do our part to kind of help you spread the word, and send me whatever links. We'll throw those up in the description, and I hope you get – I think you will. I think you'll get a full field. And
yeah.
It's going to be a big time.
Hell of an event, man. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me on and let me talk about it. And like I said earlier, if any high school or college guys are listening, or if a parent of those guys is listening, send it to them and tell them to sign up on Fishing Chaos before we get filled, and we'll see y'all there this fall.
All right, man.
Heck yeah, man. Enjoy the rest of the season, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, man.
See ya.
See ya.
There it is, man. We have got to figure out this live situation fast.
I say we just do it.
But we need to
topic.
Say we're doing it.
We need a topic.
Like, if you want, we could just.
Well, Thursday night is when they do Bass After Dark live. Okay. And then Mercer's podcast drops on a Wednesday, which is tomorrow.
Okay.
You don't want to do a Friday or Saturday because nobody's going to be on. Monday nighters?
I think Tuesday.
Tuesday nighters?
Mondays are hard for people.
Yeah.
Mondays suck.
Mondays do suck. Everybody's just ready to go to bed and go to the next day.
Yeah.
Tuesdays.
I think that's what we got to do.
All right, I'm going to upload this one tomorrow, and then
after this, we'll talk about this after we're done.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was a great episode with Logan, and man, what a tournament! If you're a college or high school angler and you ain't jumping on that, man, I don't know.
Crazy. $25,000.
Crazy.
Win a nitro.
Not that big of a fit. I mean, you got a good shot. So, and it's a hell of an opportunity, and Logan's
be a mentor.
Got a great head on his shoulders. We're pulling for him in the last two events, as well as some of our other buddies that we mentioned through the podcast. Hope to see them do well. But yeah, man, hopefully the next maybe pre-record episode might be with the new BPT qualifiers, but we might.
I'm gonna have to do if I'm gonna do an episode next week. I'll be at St. Clair, boy.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to St. Clair. Wyatt bailed on this trip.
I don't know. I may still go. I don't know.
Nope, you're uninvited.
I got a boat.
It won't make it.
Yeah, it will. Anyways, guys, till next time.